Now we have time for some few questions. And the questions are posted on the screen, so I have to read them and to rely on my colleagues to give good answers. And of course, all the questions, including those who will not be read now, will be posted on our frequently asked question pages. So they are quite general, and I'm sure they are of interest to all participants. And for those of you who will apply or have questions, please use this frequently asked question chapter, because those will most likely give you most of the answers on your questions. The first one is, are you ready, guys? What is the funding grant rate for the Bucharest ILFO region? And the reason for the question is that there are different grant rates for the regions. Dana has the answer.
So the short answer is, it depends. So you will see in the call text, in that main document that will be published today, that we have several types of state aid. So it depends which type of state aid the company will access. If we are talking about regional aid, then private company might be eligible for 10% grant. And to this, we might add bonuses up to 20%. So this is the situation with the Bucharest ILFO region, based on the information included in regional map for Romania, for state aid, for regional aid. But in case of other types of state aid, the grant rate could be up to 70–80%, and I'm talking about, for example, research projects. So for that type of projects, we could go up to 70–80%.
Okay, then we can take the next question. Yes, is this related to the same?
Yeah.
It's another question. Then I read. Totally. I take this on the screen first. Is software development or development of ICT products eligible? Is the question from one of the online applicants.
Short answer, yes. So we have 3 focus areas under the program. One of the focus areas, as Anneliese already mentioned, is ICT. And we are looking for 2 types of projects. One of the projects could be software development. So development of ICT products by the ICT companies here in Romania.
Then we can take the question from you. Can you state your name and company, maybe?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everybody. I'm Simona Constantinescu from Civil Society Development Foundation. So I'm moving a little bit toward the NGO sector kind of issues. My questions are related to the small grants assistance. And there are 3, which is the co-financing rate required for this kind of assistance. Is there any limitation for the number of projects to be submitted? And the third one, for the partners to be included in the future program, in the future projects, is there any limitation to their country of origin? I mean, we should have partners only for Norway, Iceland, Liechtenstein, or we can have project partners from some other countries in EU as well. Thank you.
Very clear questions. Who will answer? Dana or Anneliese, may I?
So as regards the grant rate, so NGOs are one of the main applicants eligible for funds under small grant scheme. Also this type of entity could be seen as an enterprise. So you will see in the call text that NGOs will be eligible for funds if they are performing economic activities, and the project will be related to these economic activities. In this case, state aid regulation will also apply. So the grant rate and the co-finance will, for these two issues, the same rules will apply as in the case of companies. And the second question, I don't remember.
Can you apply?
Yes, yes. Under each call, each applicant can only apply for one project. That means that in this ongoing call, an NGO can only apply for one project.
As main applicant or as partner as well?
You can apply for one project as an applicant. That was the reply. And then when it comes to the partners, it is only partners from Romania and the donor states that where we can actually accept the cost as an eligible expense in the project. Of course, you can have other partners, but it's really this bilateral aspect, so we want partners to be from the donor states.
So if you have an Italian partner, it's okay, but you cannot include the cost of the Italian partner in the project.
Exactly.
Then we can read one more on the screen, maybe, if I have one more up there. Do we have some more? Yeah, oh, that was a long one. I will try to read slowly. From a project budget perspective, how will a partner from the donor states be actually involved? Will he have to participate with his own contribution to the project activities and then have the costs reimbursed through the project promoter? Who is ready? Annelise?
I think you are ready to Lasse to reply to it, but it was a very long question, and the applicant and the partner should prepare the project together and also the budget together. And the applicant and the partner has to sign a partnership agreement. They need a draft partnership agreement together with the application. And in the partnership agreement, you need to agree on who is responsible for what, and also the remuneration for the partner in the project. In some cases, the support from the partner could be financially, could be a financial co-financing in the project, and in other cases it is only, or not only, but it's competence and expertise. For the costs to be eligible, they have to be included in the budget, that's for sure.
I think for the two examples that we just heard, you had partners from Norway, you didn't have partners. So this is not the case. But a general example is that the cost of the partner, normally, I would say in the majority, will be included as a cost in the project. This means that the partner from Norway will be financed through the budget of the project. So it is a cost for the project promoter. So if I'm sending Daniela my bill of 100 euros, you include my 100 euros in your report and you get back 50 euros from the program operator. This is the general picture. Should we take one more on the screen? If I submitted the project application in July, when will the project contract be signed? This one I can answer, because the deadline for application we have set to 1st of November. This means that we are not starting to handle the applications before we have received all the applications. We don't take them one by one. And the reason is that we would like to find the best projects. So if I start with the first one, I don't know, maybe the last one is the best. So this means that we are collecting all the 100% of the application. Then we are sitting, working on them to see who is eligible, who are not eligible. And then we take all the project at the same time. So even you send your application in July, you have to wait until we start the assessment after the stop of the call in November. Then we will use 4 to 6 months approximately for the assessment, and then means that we will start to send what we call the offer of the grant in around March, April next year. So you will receive the application offer from Innovation Norway, and then you will have up to 2 to 4 weeks to approve or to agree. I'm turning around. 1 month. So you will have an offer, and you can decide to accept the offer or not. It might be meanwhile that there are some questions. Maybe there are some lacking information or something, so we will have a communication with you. Already one more question. Are universities and research institutions accepted as partners for the SMEs, and in this way increase their innovation potential? Answer was yes. Of course, you can include research institutions either in Romania or in the donor states as your partners. And I would say that this is an example that is very well developed in the future. A lot of the promoters from the beneficiary states had exactly that. They had research institutions, universities from Norway, who was included as partner. Yes, I see one hand over there at the end.
Hello, my name is Kalin Dorin from Junior Achievement Romania. I have 2 questions. One is technical for you. For the pre-financing for the NGOs, do we need the bank guarantee?
You need to document that you have co-financing available. Not necessarily a bank guarantee, but you have to show documentation that you have money in your bank accounts, or you have a bank loan that you will use.
Just for the amount of pre-financing or for the whole project?
For the total co-financing of the project.
Okay. And the second one is for the 2 projects, 2 good examples. Did you have any challenges? We heard just the good aspects, but did you have any?
Yeah, I will answer. Yes, actually, one of the equipments we have specified initially in our application turned out not to be technologically feasible. So we have addressed a change of specification to the program operator, and they have been very helpful to understand that the solution we propose is equivalent and helps us meet the project purpose. So yes, there have been challenges, but they were overcome.
Da, și noi am avut o problemă. Inițial am gândit să cumpărăm un echipament care specificațiile tehnice arătau că ne satisface nevoia de a presta servicii clienților noștri. Când l-am adus în țară pe bugetul nostru, am încercat să vedem cât de bun și cât de bine respectă specificațiile tehnice. Bineînțeles că n-a fost un echipament tocmai care își respecta echipamentele tehnice. Innovation Norway chiar ne-a înțeles și le-am făcut o scrisoare, o propunere că am vrea să investim bani într-un alt echipament care ne va fi util.
I will take on the moderator part. Our colleague Torela Sebi has to catch a flight. The next question is relates to how will you manage potential overlaps between SMEs Growth Romania program and the energy program?
So first of all, these apply mainly to the green industry innovation component, I believe. So if the main aim of the project is to produce energy from renewable sources like bio-waste, then the project belongs to the energy program. But of course, in case you send an application under the SMEs Growth Romania, and we believe that, okay, this is more suitable for the energy, we will inform you, and then you should apply under the energy program when this is launched. And in general, we will look for synergies between the two programs, so we will give you some feedback in case we believe that they are more suitable for another program. Yeah.
What is the next question is what is the role of the donor state project partner in the project, and if examples can be provided in this respect?
Yes, I think one very good example is one of the previous questions, that you can have a research institution from, in this case now from Norway, Iceland or Liechtenstein, for instance, who could really help you to adapt an existing technology or to develop a technological solution that you need in your production process. That is one case. We have another very good example from the furniture industry, where we have a Norwegian client, and they have already a supplier of products from Romania. But in this case, the Norwegian partner assisted the Romanian applicant in order to find out what type of, in this case, lacquering machine was actually needed in order to be of the sufficient good quality that the Norwegian client required. And they also help in generally many projects with the health, safety, environmental training issues. They also participated as trainers for leaning of the business. And we have expertise in general. If you need specific expertise in a specific field, then you could look for this expertise from one of the donor states if it is available, and you could get access to new competence and expertise, really, or technology, of course.
All right. Are there any questions in the meeting room? Yep, I think there's one here. In front, here.
Hello. My name is Alin Itan from Cron Media. My question was about the eligible of costs. If we can actually buy some land and create and build a small building as a workshop or as a station to work there for creating some robotics and another stuff that we want to develop during this project.
Daniela? Okay.
Yes. So, as I mentioned, we have several types of state aid for this program. If you are thinking to apply for funds under the regional aid, then you'll see in the regulation that Anneliese already mentioned, and you will find the information on the website, that eligible costs, among eligible costs, are costs for tangible assets. Land, machineries, buildings are, of course, tangible assets. And also in the call text, you will see specific provisions about these tangible assets. So for land, you will see that there is a limitation, maximum rate out of the entire project costs. In case you are interested in this regional aid, this is the answer. For other types of state aid categories, these costs might not be eligible. For example, training aid. Under the training aid, these costs are not eligible.